is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. We are getting straight into the content right now. So what I'm going to be talking about today is gambling. The title for today is Why Do We Keep Going Back? Why do we keep going back? I'm going to be talking about gambling and in line with that, addiction. Why we keep going, why do some people go back to gambling? Chasing the feeling of it, let's say. Even when they know how it ends. Most of the time, if you're going to be gambling, a lot of the time, most people will approach gambling maybe they'll bet £5 or £10 or whatever it is. They won't gamble too much. They'll only gamble a little bit and they'll lose £5-10, not a big deal. But some people get really emotionally connected to gambling. I have had addictions in the past. I have never personally been addicted to gambling, if I'm completely honest. But I do think that I've been addicted to drugs or session and drinking, etc., etc. And I do think there are similarities. You're chasing a feeling, but that's what we're going to be talking about as we go along. I do have a poll just here. I'm just going to pin I've asked the question, why do people keep going back to gambling? Why do you think they do it? Does anyone know why do you think they do it? Has anyone ever had a problem with those things? Shelley's saying, like and subscribe, hi Shelley, how's it going? Hit the like button and keep the respect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shelley. Good morning, Brad. Did you get the number? Yes, I've seen the message. Shelley, the only way that I'm going to be accepting any donations, and I don't put pressure on anyone to do it, by the way. If you do want to, that's great. I appreciate it. But if you don't, it's okay. The only way I'm going to be doing it is via the links that are connected to the channel. That's the only way I'm going to be doing it. That's where it's going to be. That's all I've got to say. But I really appreciate the support. So thank you. Thank you so much, by the way. So anyway, I'm going to keep sticking to topic for now. I have a poll, of course. Have you ever found yourself repeating a pattern that you knew wasn't good for you? Have you ever caught yourself in a pattern of behavior or whatever it is you're doing that you know was not good for you? One of the options is yes, many times. Another option is occasionally. The other option is not sure or no. The poll's below. If you want to complete it, you can do. Of course, we'll keep it respectful, like Shelley's mentioned too. Keep it respectful, keep it kind, and we're all good. Anyway, so I do want to be clear. We're talking about gambling right now. Have I personally ever had a gambling problem? No, I haven't. I've just not got into it. I was too busy into the drugs, if I'm honest. What was I going to say then? Yeah, I was too busy into the drugs. I was too busy into that. I've never had a problem with gambling, but has anyone else had a problem with gambling before? But we are going to talk about the psychology of it today a little bit. I'm going to delve into it a little bit. I do understand it to an extent, though. I don't know everything about it because I've never done it fully. Not that I ever want to either. But my experience was different personally because I used to take drugs. I used to be addicted to drugs. I've dealt with addiction, but in a different way. But people have loads of different addictions. Some people are addicted to work. They work too much. Some people are addicted to drugs. Some people are addicted to drinking. Some people are addicted to gambling. Some people are addicted to exercise. There's lots of different addictions, and too much of anything can be bad. Anyway, what I was going to say, but the pattern, the psychology behind it is often the same. The psychology behind it is often the same. Anyway, I'll read comments related to the topic. Louise is saying, Lewis, is it Lewis or Lois? Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Hi, my name is Brad, by the way. My brother's girlfriend spends hundreds of thousands of dollars in gambling every day. She's there at least 6 hours. No way. That's crazy, Lewis. Absolutely crazy. Where is that? Where are you from? Or savings that she's got she's got a very retirement. She's spending it on the casino. Is it Las Vegas or somewhere like that, Lewis? I'm guessing here. That is absolutely crazy, isn't it? People get addicted to these things, don't they? They get hooked on it. It's the feeling that's related to it that I'll get into later. Shelley saying, Brad, with regards to gambling, I've not anything to do with it, gambling, but I know people who have had it took over their lives. No way. What happened to them, Shelley? How did it go for them? And why do you think they did it? Why do you think people gamble, guys? Why do you think they do it? Be interesting to hear some answers there. And you can't say anything to her, Lewis is saying. She'll fight right away. It's like if you try to lecture on it, well, why are you doing that? You're wasting all your money. You need to stop doing it. This is logic applying to you're trying to apply logic. You're trying to help your friend there, Lewis, or in the narrative that you're talking about, and which is very admirable and very kind. But the other person who's gambling, they've got an addiction. They're like, fucking don't want to hear it. Don't want to know. They don't want to know at all. Anyway, has anyone else found anyone else? Has anyone ever experienced or themselves or known people that have got into gambling? So anyway, we're going to talk about the psychology of this a little bit. I've got my notes here as well, of course. Lewis is from South Fall, Florida. Hi. Well, nice to meet you, by the way. My name is Brad. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. And nice to meet you, like I've just said. So gambling is interesting because it sells you control. It's like, yeah, I'm in control. I know what the winner's going to be. I've heard some good stories about this horse, or the World Cup. I know who's going to win, or anything fucking event, anything that you're gambling on. I've been doing it for years. I know when it's ready to fucking pay out. I've been watching that other person on that machine for a while, and it hasn't paid out, and they put loads of money, and they've left the machine now, the bandit machine. Why do they call it they call it a bandit machine in the UK? I don't know about America, but we call them bandit machines in England. Bandit meaning it's going to rob you, and they win every time. But in the psychology of the gambler, it's like, yeah, I'm going to win. I know how to do it. I've got it. I've won before, so I know what to do. And then they get sucked in, and they will tell you the wins. A gambler will tell you the wins because they'll win. Of course, they'll win. If you're going to gamble, you're going to win some of it. But it's the they're not really going to tell you the losses a lot of the time. Some will be honest, but a lot won't. Sorry, guys, I'm just drinking my tea. Hi, Lee, how's it going? Hi to everyone else that's watching as well. Anyway, you think that the next bet's going to be the one. The next spin, the next hand, the next fucking anything. It changed, and you think it's going to change everything. You think it's going to be the one. You think it's going to kick in. You think it's going to fucking win. And I think it's a problem as well. It's so easy to do now. You've got your phone. It's so easy just to make a bet. Years and years and years ago, you'd have to go to the casino, like Lewis mentioned. But you can do it on your phone so easily. You can gamble at the click of a button. You can lose so much so quickly. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Even after the losses, the brain goes, I just get one more win back. I'm level again. I only need that one more win back. Let me borrow some money. Let me take some money out of my credit card where the interest is really high. If I get this next win, then I'm back even. Then you're chasing your tail. That's what can happen. You lose so much. You're gambling. You've lost £300 or dollars or euros or whatever, and then you've lost 500, and you're thinking, shit, I need to get it back. I've not paid my rent. I've not all the money for my food's gone. And people think they're just chasing that feeling all the time. I think sometimes. But that getting level again mindset is what keeps people stuck. That we're going to get level. I'm going to win. It's like an illusion of control, really, I'd say. Absolutely an illusion of control. Anyway, I'll read related comments to what we're talking about. Sid. Hi, Sid. Nice to meet you, by the way. My name is Brad. Sid is saying patterns, I repeat, smoking 1 cig a day, toxic relationships, but then there are good patterns too. What, like good habits, good addictions are you mentioning there, Sid? 1 cigarette a day, it's not healthy, of course, and it's your choice if you want to do that or not do that. I suppose it's better than 10 a day, I suppose. Lee saying, I kept moving back to alcohol and weed before I moved myself away from the people I hung around with. Yep, snap, Lee. That's drug addiction or alcohol addiction, which I have, I have a past with, let's say. Let me just drink my tea, sorry. You kept moving back to alcohol and weed. Yeah, and it's difficult. You keep going back, then you come away, then you go back. It doesn't disappear really quickly, does it? It takes time. We all have patterns we repeat, I believe. Yes. Habits like brushing your teeth in the morning, having a shower in the morning, having your coffee in the morning. Imagine if you don't get your morning coffee, if you drink coffee. It can fuck your day up. It can mess your day up. It can mess with the rhythm of your day, kind of thing. I suppose that's not like sorry guys, I'm trying my best. It's not the worst addiction in the world, of course, coffee, but we do all have patterns. We're creatures of habit, I believe. So have you ever seen someone chase a loss, just trying to get back to zero with gambling? I'm gonna just share that. One moment, let me paste that. Let me just do that one. I'm just going to pin this comment. So the question is now, have you ever seen someone chase a loss, just trying to get back to zero with gambling? Have you ever known anybody do it? I've got a little story about gambling. I've done it. I've got a story. I never got sucked in too bad. I never was that into it. I have made a bet on the World Cup. I bet on England to win the World Cup. I know it's optimistic. I bet both ways. And I've bet on Croatia to win the World Cup. I know it's a long shot. And I don't know. I bet a few pounds. But just a bit of fun. That was it. That's what I've done recently. But nothing that's going to cripple me financially or whatever. I'd never do that. But I remember once I used to work in Blackburn. And I used to work at one point. It was an absolute shithole where I worked. It was a big old mill. And imagine Industrial Revolution mills. You know, the old buildings, really tall ceiling, loads of machinery. I was working as a machinist on a machine. I was covered in oil all the time as well. It's really dirty, really greasy job. I used to get paid weekly in a pay packet weekly. And even back then, this is like 2006, I'd say 2007, when I was working there. I only did 4 months there. They used to pay you weekly in a pay packet, which is old school, of course. But the place was like a dinosaur. It was a shithole. Anyway, that's besides the point. One day I got my pay, and then I used to work with an old friend, and he go, "Oh, you're coming to the pub?" Weatherspoons, of all places, not the best place, but we went to Weatherspoons, and what was I going to say? So I went to Weatherspoons, and we were on the what's it called? The Bandit machine. The what's it called machine? They call it other things as well, but I know it's a Bandit machine. And I was putting my money in, and I lost. I only got paid about £100 for the week, £120, not a lot of money at the time. And I put nearly over half of my money in this machine, and I was absolutely skint. I was drunk, I was drinking, and I was gambling. They both go hand in hand, and I felt like absolute shit. I lost half of my money, week's money, in one night, in about 2 hours, and I was just gutted at the end of it. Absolutely gutted. Thinking, I've spent all this money, I've gambled on this Bandit machine like an idiot, and that was it. I thought, I'm not doing that again. That's my story about gambling. I thought, I'm not doing that one again. Thank you so much, Sander, for being a member. Thank you for your support. And I have got memberships available to those that would like it. If you want to support the channel, you can do. They're on the links on my channel, basically. We do have Discord available, so anyone who wants to chat, Anyone who wants to have a chat with me or Sanders on there too, during the week, then we're on Discord. Discord is an app where it's a bit like WhatsApp kind of thing. Discord, where we talk about the topics that we're talking about now and other things on Discord. So that's available for those that want to. No pressure, by the way. But thank you, Sander, for being a member for 2 months. Lee saying you've lost your money betting on England there, Brad. LOL. I can understand why you'd say that, Lee. You might have a point, but I'm being patriotic there, Lee. I'm being a bit blind there, I know, let's be honest. Well, let me go to the comments. Thank you so much, Sander, for your donation. Thank you, Sander. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's amazing. Thanks. You won nearly $1,000 on a roulette machine, spent it on weed, alcohol, and new trainers. Oh, God. Roulette. Russian roulette. Not Russian roulette, but roulette. Yeah. Slot machines, Lewis. Sorry, Lewis. Do you know what? You've just said it better than me. I know them as bandit machines. And I didn't know slot machines. Lewis, thank you for helping me there. I just couldn't find the words for the machine. Sorry, mate. Thank you, slot machines. You've corrected me well there. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed to. Thank you for the support. Anyway. So I've got a question. Have you ever seen someone chasing a loss? Have you ever seen anyone doing it? Just trying to get back to zero with the gambling. That's the question I've left there. Anyway, the emotional loop we're going to talk about next. I'm just going to have a sip of tea, guys. Thanks, Sander. Thank you. It's really about the money at the start. It's really about the money at the start. You're thinking, it's always about the money why people gamble. And maybe it is some people, but it's not about the money at the start. Why are they doing it? Why do people gamble? Why do they keep going back and back and back and back when it's causing them financial hardship? Imagine a father with the kids and the wife's at home, let's say. We're going old school here, but it's just a story. And the guy works and he's the breadwinner. He's putting food on the table, respects all the way. But they're reliant upon him financially because that's the way it is. The mum works after the kids at home. Old school traditional family setup I'm talking about here as an example. And the guy's working, but he's going gambling. And he's spending all the money. And they've not got enough money for food or clothes or the basics. It's sad. But it's really about the money at the start. It's all about a lot of it's linked to emotions. You're thinking, why emotions? Some people get stressed out, fed up. They get bored. They just get bored. They need escape. They're working all the time. Life's mundane. They feel empty. They feel nothing. They don't have much emotional intelligence. They're not aware of these things often. And they want that excitement, the thrill of winning, the feeling of winning. It's a good buzz. It feels good. Why did I didn't really gamble, let's be honest, but I used to take drugs. Why did I take drugs? Because it made me feel good initially. Not long term, but short term. I did it. Take a pill, sniff a line. I know it's not good for you. I know it's not healthy, but it makes you feel good. Wakes you up. Gives you a buzz. Chasing the feeling. It comes from a lack somewhere. Why people do this. That's my opinion. I don't know what everyone else thinks anyway. So it becomes emotional at first and linked to emotions at first. Then gambling becomes a way to change how you feel quickly. So if you're not happy with your life, you're unhappy, you're a bit miserable, you're lost, you're bored, you lack excitement in your life or whatever that is, then that's why some people get into gambling. And then it gives them that feeling. It gets them sucked in, those habits. They get sucked into that, oh, I'm going to win. The ego gets charged with that as well, I'd say. I don't know what anyone else thinks to that, but anyway. Sorry, guys. Let me read the comments. Lewis, thank you. I went out one time. I bet $5. I won 700. I walked out and went home. That's that's a lot of restraints being shown there, Lewis. A lot of restraints there. That's different, isn't it? You got $5. If you lose it, you're not going to go hungry. You've got $5. You bet it. If you lose, oh well, you're not that gutted. It's not the end of the world. It's a bit of fun, if you want to call it that. And you've won, so you've walked away. That shows a lot of restraint, Lewis. That's amazing. That's great. By the way, Lee's saying, I watched a pal of mine throw thousands away on football bets. He was addicted to it. He lost a lot through it. Yeah, fucking hell. And it's going to cripple you. Absolutely cripple you if you get addicted. If you get addicted, yeah. And these bookies, they rely on people like that, won't they? It's it can be brutal. It can ruin people's lives. Absolutely ruin your life if you go down the dark hole too far with the gambling. Absolutely. Lewis is saying there was millions of men like that losses and the family suffers. Sorry, Lewis, I'm going to start again. I apologize. There was millions of men like that losses and the family suffers. They even get divorced, yeah. Because basically, I don't know, I'm being old school here, but I think one of men's jobs, or should be, in my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, but if you've got a family, you're a dad or whatever, you've got a partner, you're working, you're earning, it's to provide and protect. And protecting doesn't always mean sticking up for your woman and fighting, like knuckle dragger. You need to protect them if you needed to, but most of the time that's not going to happen. But to protect somebody is to be financially secure, not be financially insecure, to be trusted, to not cause harm. And what does it mean? If you're financially irresponsible, if you're gambling all the money away, then the wolves are going to come knocking at the door. They're going to want the rent, they're going to want the mortgage, they're going to want this, that, the other, which creates an unsafe environment for a family, of course, in relation to what Lewis is saying. Anyway, I'll keep going the best I can. And everything changes how you feel fast. It's powerful. So everything changes how you feel fast when you're gambling, I can imagine. It's like there's a thrill, there's a buzz, there's an excitement. And when you win, that feeling's going to be amazing. Imagine you've won $1,000, £1,000 or £2,000 or whatever. You've won the most you've ever won. Oh, that feeling's going to be fucking amazing. Amazing, exciting. Yes, I've got it. I'm good at this again. I've got it. And then you're chasing that feeling again. It's like I suppose it's like a person addicted to crack or whatever it is, that you're chasing that feeling always. It keeps you coming back, doesn't it? For some people, if you've got emotional restraint though, and you're level-headed and you're not silly, it's like some people have a drink of beer, which is fine. They might have 5 pints, right? And then they go home and that's it. They have 5 pints, they have 5 drinks. They don't get emotional. They have a little bit of a laugh. They get a bit drunk. And then they go home. That's drinking alcohol responsibly. Gambling responsibly can be achieved as well. That's a different story, of course, in a way. It's okay to have a bit of fun, in my opinion. Each to their own and all that. But it's when it really ruins when it's addicted, when it's bad, when it's constant. Someone who's drinking every day, loads and loads. All the money's gone. They start behaving in an erratic manner. That's a different story, isn't it? Anyway, I'll go back to the topics. Sorry, I'll go back to the comments. Sandra's saying, Lewis, I'm not surprised. Their addiction takes over them probably. Their close ones suffer for it. Very sad. Those people need help. Yes, but the problem is, Sandra, let's say you're gambling all your money away, your family's suffering, and you've got a problem big time, but a lot of people won't see it. They're not aware of it. They're going, what are you on about? And they'll get angry at you if you try and help them. Like, leave me alone. I'm gambling. And that's it. It's better. What's it going to say then? It's better to don't be a slave to anything. Rings to mind. Don't be a slave. Be a master. Be a master of yourself. And if you're addicted to gambling, the gambling's got you by the balls, hasn't it? Or got you by the whatever. It's got a hold of you. It's got a piece of you, and it's keeping you sucked in. Addictions. Else, I'm in Greece. Hi, Else. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Thanks to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. Lee said, I'd hate to know how much I spent on drugs and alcohol. Oh my God, Lee. I remember just opening, I remember having empty bags, your little druggy bags, the see-through ones. You'll know which ones, of course. I remember just all I'd have is 3 or 4 bags in my pocket and about 12 pence, and maybe a little bit of a cigarette left that had dissolved in my pocket, which sounds minging, doesn't it? But the amount of money that you can spend on that is crazy. I spend loads on it, all my money, mate. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Anyway, let me go back to your comment, Lee. I'd hate to know how much I spent on drugs and alcohol. Definitely in the thousands. Snap. Now I'm clean of alcohol and drugs. Put my money into my house and my family. Lee, respect, mate. Respect, mate. Respect. I'm really glad that you've turned it around. It's not easy though, mate. As you know, it's not easy, that. Shelley says, sorry, Brad, got my brother down to the card thing. It kept declining 2 times. Don't understand if he told me to go down to the bank tomorrow. Shelley, please don't apologise. Please don't. Please, please, please. Please don't. Don't need to feel bad or anything. And do you know what? I don't expect anything from anyone. I really, really don't. I appreciate anyone that supports in any way that they do. I would never expect anything from anyone. Please don't feel bad. Please don't. I don't want you to. I don't know if I'm over explaining this to you, but I'm just saying it anyway. So don't, and please don't. I would never want someone to let's say someone support the channel, and don't put yourself into a difficult situation either. I wouldn't want anyone to do that. I really wouldn't. I don't want to push anything onto anyone or make people feel guilty for any fucking thing. So you don't have to. If you don't worry, if you do, I appreciate it. Of course I do, but you don't have to. You really don't. And don't put that pressure on yourself. So I'm not putting it on you or anyone. I don't think that'd be nice of me to do that, would it? I don't think it'd be right of anyone to do that to anyone. So please don't have to explain. Don't worry. It's okay. I think I've said enough on that one. Sorry. I'm just trying to be kind. Yeah, trying to be kind there. And yeah, anyway. Sandra saying hello, Else. Oh, lovely. Look at you. Do you live there? Sounds good, Sandra. We all want financial freedom. Sibs, I agree. Yes, we do. And the thought of reaching financial freedom with one bet is good enough to chase. That's the catch, Sibs, innit? That's the catch. And I suppose it's like putting the lottery on. There's always that chance. Is it 1 in 14 million-ish? Depending on which lottery you play to win the jackpot. You might put £2 on it. That £2 is, you can afford it. It's a small chance, but it's a small amount of money, let's say. And I understand that people wanting to reach financial freedom, and it's worth the chase. Not if it's causing you too much short-term pain, though, I would say. But I understand you there, Sid, what you're saying. I understand it. That puts a perspective onto it. Lewis is saying, I love the way you tell the truth. Yes, I try my best to. Always, Lewis. I try my best to. There's a word, I keep going back to this. A lot of the world is built on lies, unfortunately, mate. Not everybody, not with everything, of course not. But I think there's a lot of that in the world, and I'm trying to counteract that with some fucking truth, mate. Yeah. Truth isn't always pretty, though. But, yeah. Hi, cat and dog lover. Welcome back. How's it going? Anyway. I'll go through the comments in a moment. I'm keeping to topic for now. The gambling thing, Shelley's saying, I have met family members destroyed their lives. A brother lost his wife and kids. Shocking. That's brutal. So the addictions truly got them. Really? Oh, mate, that sounds awful. It can destroy your life, gambling. Fucking right, it can. They always say it's legal as well. It's legal. It's legal. They say gamble responsibly. They say drink responsibly just to cover themselves. They have a little icon, don't they, now? Drink responsibly. We know you're a dickhead, but drink responsibly, please. But they want you to keep drinking, don't they? Gamble responsibly, please. They're just doing it to cover themselves. But it could absolutely destroy your life. Absolutely smash it to pieces if you get too sucked in. I bet it's not. That's not pretty, is it? At all. I'm reading comments related to the topic mostly, by the way, guys. Hi, Tanner. I'll say hello to people as well, of course. Lee saying, I have a mate addicted to scratch cards. I forgot about them, Lee. I forgot about the scratch cards. Got a mate addicted to scratch cards. He spends like £100 to £200 every month on them. Mostly wins, next to nothing. Yeah. Have you ever watched those YouTube videos where people buy loads, a big stack of scratch cards, and they go through them all, and you just see the end result is obviously in the minus, Lee. There's only one winner, and it's the house, or whoever owns the company of the scratch cards, or whatever it is. I'll read your comment quickly. Cat and Dog Liver saying, I might go on another social media break, to be honest. If it does you good, man, if it does you good, do it. If it's best for you, do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. If that's what's right for you, if it gives you benefit. Sandra's saying, Lee, wow, that's mental. If you don't keep winning, what's the point? Oh, sugar. Let me just, I'm spilling tea on myself. Sorry, guys. Oh, dear. Not good. Anyway, let me recenter a little bit. So what's the hook that keeps people returning? I get you might think it's dumb. Like if you're watching someone gamble all their money away, Sander, you're thinking, that's fucking dumb. And a lot of people would probably agree with you. But what keeps people returning? It's the what if. What if next time? What if next time and I win big again? What if I get that 10,000? What if I get that 500,000? I need to keep going. I need to keep trying. I know it's going to happen. I need to make, and I know I can be a millionaire one day, and I'm going to keep gambling and gambling and gambling. And that's their only hope. That's their only hope, and they just keep trying. That tiny thought keeps people going longer than logic ever can. That what if? Because logic says stop. Like, oh, your money's gone. Stop it. Stop it. You need to feed yourself. You need a roof over your head. But emotion says, try again. That monkey brain kicks in, doesn't it? Goes, the monkey brain's there. Timmy, do you know about the monkey brain? Timmy says, yes, I know about the monkey brain. And it just takes over, that feeling, that emotional connection to the gambling that you've got, potentially. Anyway. Most you've won on a scratch card is 100 quid. The most I've ever won, I put on the lottery. I gamble as well, actually. Sorry, another thing that I do. I put on the national lottery, the English one, on Wednesday and Saturday. I pay £10 a month to my mum and dad. We all have, I think we have two numbers. We have two numbers, two lines on Wednesday, 2 lines on Saturday, every week. And we play it all the time. And we got 5 numbers once, and we got £1,800 for it. And we had to divide it by 3. So we got 600 each. For 5 numbers as well, man. If I'd got one more number, I would have been maybe a millionaire. That would have been great. But that's the most I've ever won. But yes, I'm okay with £10 a month. It's like, let's see what happens. But not all my wages, not like £500 a week, £200 a week, or whatever it is. That's another, not £2 a week to £200 a week is a big difference, isn't it? Sandy's saying yes. Sometimes one cannot realise what is good for him and keep struggling to gain what is impractical. This goes into vicious cycles and results in irreversible regrets. Yeah. God. End up with, like, you could have a loving family, a really nice partner, lovely kids. They love you back. You've got this nice house, and then you just got sucked into the gambling, and you're doing it every day, and you're hiding it from them, but it catches up with you. The bills start coming on. The bailiffs are knocking on the door, asking and wanting the money, and you don't have it. And your wife goes, "What's happening? Where's all the money gone? Oh my God, you're 50,000 in debt. You're 100,000 in debt. How can we live like this? This isn't okay. This is not the kids." Then the financial worries come in, don't they? Of course. Stress. And those irreversible regrets could be loss of your wife, the nicest woman you ever met in your life. You don't have, they're gone. Or you're, I don't know, your kids can't see your kids anymore. You're homeless. Irreversible regrets. That's where it can lead down, or even worse sometimes. Anyway. Sandra's saying, that's not bad, Lee. I want to buy a scratch card. God. Sandra's sold on it, Lee. You've sold the idea. Well done. Thanks, Lee. We've got a good scratcher. God, I'm joking here. You've turned Sandra into a gambler. Yes, you have, Lee. Well done. Well done. Keep up the good work. I'm joking, of course. Shelley's saying, Brad, it's only brutal. I don't even buy a scratch card. God help anyone more. If my brother would bet 2 flies on a wall, that show is bad. So if your brother could, he'd be betting on which flies the fastest, or whatever it is. It can be brutal, Shelley, yes. Yeah, too much social media. That's back to addiction, cat and dog lover, as well. We're talking about addiction. I'm addicted to my phone too, if I'm honest. But I try to just push it away sometimes, cat and dog lover. But you sat on social media all day, yeah. I think it's good to limit it, cat and dog lover. It can take, before you know it, your life's just passing by, isn't it? Every day you're on it all day long. And it's nothing wrong with social media. It can be fun, it can be good. You can learn things or whatever it is, but too much, yeah. I think it's good to limit that. It's good. I'm really glad that you're aware of that, cat and dog lover. I'm glad that you've come away from it a little bit. I think that's really positive. Keep it up. Keep it up. Do what's best for you, though, of course. Sandra's saying, Brad, can we get some scratch cards soon? No, we can't. I avoid them. Jenny saying, that turtle behind you seems like he doesn't like you, mate. Why would you think that? Why would you think that, mate? Look at that smile. He looks elated. He looks really happy to be here with me right now, doesn't he? This is Timmy, mate. Junie, this is Timmy, by the way. The turtle. Yes, he does look a little bit peeved, doesn't he? He looks a tad peeved, doesn't he? Sandra, don't bother with the scratch cards. If you win, you keep buying them. Ching ching. Yes, Timmy is chronically unimpressed. In gambling, if the door doesn't open, it's not your door. Yes, if the door doesn't open, it's not your door. If you win the lottery in England, bloody Keir Starmer will probably take it back off you. Lee? Probably right. They'll probably go, oh, have you won? Well done. We're taking our 40% or whatever it is, Lee. That's if you win. Yeah. Anyway, let's think about my lived experience with relation to gambling. My addiction was different. It wasn't gambling. It was drugs. Which I've spoken about before. The pattern was identical but in a different form. The similarities there, I think, not all the time, but some of the time, you're not chasing the substance. You're chasing the feeling that it gives you. Like, I'm addicted to going to the gym. Why? What's the number one reason I go to the gym? Is it to get stronger? That's a benefit. It's because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. That's why I exercise. I do it because it makes me feel good. Exercise is obviously a healthier way of doing it, but I'm addicted to exercise. Definitely addicted to it. But I think that's a better thing to be addicted to than drugs or whatever else. But the feeling that gamblers have, it's emotional. So logic doesn't apply. Like Sandra said before, oh, you're gambling all your money away, you're just an idiot. And I couldn't understand why you'd think that and say that to someone who's gambling a lot. But they have an emotional connection to that. They have an emotional draw towards that, which keeps them going back. And logic does not always apply to the feelings of emotion, does it? So why people don't just stop? You can't just go to someone who's a gambling addict or a drug addict or whatever and go, stop. Can you just do us a favour? Can you just stop doing that? That's stupid. They're gonna go, fuck off. I'm doing it anyway. You can't just stop. It just doesn't work like that. I wish it was that simple, but it's not. People out the situation think it's simple. Just stop. Of course. But inside, it's not that simple at all, because the brain remembers relief more than consequences. The brain remembers relief more than consequences. The feeling of the relief, the feeling of satisfaction. It's not thinking about the long term. It's thinking about the short term a lot of the time. And it always underestimates tomorrow. It underestimates tomorrow. It's not worried about tomorrow. It's just thinking about those instant wins, isn't it? Let me keep reading anyway, guys. Purchase things. I spent £29 on Haribo last night. No joke. That's a lot of Haribo purchase things. That's a lot, man. You're going sick on them sweets. And you felt very guilty and sick after. Well, yeah, I would. You don't want to be addicted to the sweets either. The 10p slot machines are just for fun. Yeah, that's different. Shelley, absolutely. So I'm saying, guys, stop giving me ideas for gambling. Lee says, I came off Facebook 3 years ago. Never went back. It ruins your day scrolling that crap. Yeah, it can. A lot of it's crap. A lot of it is. Shelley says, Sandy, you're not missing out, trust me. It's better off scratching yourself and writing a card. Scratch yourself. Yeah. Keep gambling, kids. Stay off drugs. Oh, dear. I'm joking, of course. Is there any gambling success stories, though? LOL. As in someone gambled, won loads, and then stopped? Probably is. There's got to be. I think there is. I'd assume there is. It's probably going to be you, Sander. The success story. That's what people will tell themselves, of course. I'm addicted to the gym myself, Brad. You get such a mentality boost from it. Yeah, it feels so good, doesn't it, Lee? It's like it's an endorphin kick or a serotonin kick. It feels great. It does. That's the number one reason I do it. That's the number one reason I do it. If I really think about it, yeah. One moment, guys. This weird kid from my primary school gambles. I saw him coming out of the casino once. Did he look happy, Sander? You keep chasing the wind. The horse racing is just as bad. Yeah, it is. It's good for your mental health as well. The gym's a good thing to be addicted to, as long as you're not. I suppose. Imagine if you. Some people take. I'm not saying do this, but some people get really addicted to the gym. They get really into it. They start taking steroids. They get really strong. They look really big. But the steroid. This is just another example. They go too far with it. They're in the gym all day, every day. And they're taking steroids, which aren't good for you. That's when it can be bad, the gym. Everything in moderation, I'm trying to say. Or some people ego lift. I'm not saying anyone that here does that. I'm just giving examples. People take things to extremes sometimes. So gym, healthy, makes you feel good, positive. Some people take it to extremes. Some, not all. They train every day, the ego lift, and then it's like they end up injured or hurt, or they take steroids, which are terrible for your heart. Terrible. Absolutely horrible for your insides, the steroids, but they're getting that short-term buzz and feeling good, and people are giving them compliments, and they feel really strong, and their egos explode. That's when it's bad. Anyway, but on the whole, gyms are great if you're into that thing. Sophia, hi Sophia, and do you remember me? Sophia, I do not. Yes, no, I don't. If I'm honest, I'll be honest. I do not remember you. I'm really, really sorry. Sorry, Sophia. I can't recall. Hi, anyway. My name's Brad. You're turning 17 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow, Sophia. Lee's going to put a bet on Sander goes and buys a scratch card now. How much would you like to bet, Lee? Give me your mum's wages. Sander's saying, I hate when people make gym their identity. Yeah, it's can go too far sometimes, I think. This is just another form of addiction. Yeah, it sometimes. All right, you're from Manchester. Yeah, okay, I remember now, Sophia. I remember now. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. I'll ask a question anyway on here. Let me just do this. Let me go to this. One moment, guys. Doing my best. So I'm going to pin this one. Do you think people underestimate how strong habits actually are? I think they do. I think we all do. It's another question for everyone there. Do you think people underestimate how strong habits actually are? I think we're all creatures of habit. We all like our routines. Well, I do. And if I miss certain things, it puts me off for the day. I like to do certain things in a certain way. I like routine sometimes. I like structure. But habits can have a habit of running away from us. You think you've got it under control. I remember at one point, I was in my early 20s, right? I used to go to the gym. I used to work. I used to take drugs at the weekend, which is not good, I know. But I'd have my job, and I thought I could do it all. I thought, I can do the drugs at the weekend. I can train and exercise really, really well. And I can work really, really well. And it's like, no. And I kept failing at that. So I'd work during the week. Then I'd take the drugs at the weekend. And I wouldn't be able to exercise nowhere near as much. I'd be too exhausted. It'd even affect my job. I used to get warnings all the time. Years ago, it was bad. But yeah, the habit I underestimated how much power the habit had over me. I thought I could manage it and control it. And not really. It had me. But I believed I was stronger than it, but it had me really. We underestimate things sometimes. Well, I have done anyway. Sometimes you don't see your habit and choose to ignore it, whereas others will notice. Yes. sometimes you don't see it. You're not aware of it, Lee. You're just not sure. You're not even what's the problem. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm having a good time, and it's all good. But you don't realize it's taking its toll on you. It's other people that will point it out that can look at it from the outside looking. You know what I mean? The outside looking in kind of thing. I think you do underestimate how strong habits are. I love routine, structure in a healthy way, good habits. Yes, snap, Shelley, that's the way. You can underestimate how good habits are, though. If you just look after yourself, you clean your room, you have a routine, you go to work, you have structure, you have money coming in, you're responsible with it, you're paying your bills, you're eating healthy or healthier, you just go into the gym a few times a week. It can really have a great benefit on you, and that's that. We can also underestimate how the positive habits can have an influence on us too. So I was saying that, Lee, that's true. Other people will see them. Yes, other people will point them out to you. Absolutely. Shelley. Lee saying, I'm the same, Shelley. It's all in a sorry. I'm the same, Shelley. It's all in a good routine to keep your mind healthy. Anyway, I'll keep going. The strange thing is, awareness doesn't instantly break the cycle. So the first step to coming away from anything is being aware of what you're doing. But like Lee said, sometimes it's other people that point out what you're doing, but you're not aware. And some people won't listen. Like Lee could go, Brad, you need to stop doing that. You need to sort your shit out, Brad. Lee could say to me, saying, look, what you're doing is you're ruining your life. You don't look good. You need to stop doing that. And I'd be like, what are you on about, Lee? I'm good, mate. I'm sound, mate. I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm not listening to Lee. And then you can't give a helping hand to a closed fist would spring to mind with that. Lee would be trying to help me, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to listen. That happens a lot of the time. What can you do? Nothing really. To a friend or somebody that you're trying to help. But this first step is awareness. Like, I've got a pattern here. I know that what I'm doing isn't good for me. But awareness alone is not enough. It's just not enough. I wish it was, but it's not. But it does start to weaken it. Starting to weaken those habits or gambling habits, what we've been talking about, habits of drugs or whatever. Awareness can start to weaken it, going, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing is not good for me. It doesn't make me feel good. I'm kind of beating myself up. But I used to beat myself up about it big time, about having these bad habits that I had. Taking drugs and all that. I used to really beat myself up. I was so hard on myself, and I was aware what I was doing wasn't good for me. Didn't stop the habits though straight away. It still took years to overcome that. But because once you see the loop clearly, it stops feeling feeling like random behavior, thoughtless behavior. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to end the live. I'm going to end. Sorry, guys. I'm just refocusing my energy a little bit. I'm going to end the topic in a moment. Most people aren't going back because they're weak. They're going back because the loop is designed to pull them back. The emotional loop, the emotional connection towards gambling, towards this, towards that. And understanding that is where change actually starts. Understanding the loop. Why am I doing this? Is it because I'm not happy with myself? Is it because I have trauma? Am I escaping my feelings? Am I escaping myself? Am I doing it to fill a void? Do I feel like I've got something missing in myself? Those type of questions that a lot of people don't even ask themselves would help you to come away from taking drugs or whatever it is, the habits. Anyway, I'm gonna close that poll. End the poll. I'm going to unpin my message. So, 69% of people said, what's it called? Have you ever, sorry guys, let me just go. So I asked you a question in the poll. I'll just go through the poll quickly. Have you ever found yourself repeating a pattern you knew wasn't good for you? 69% of people said yes many times. 15% said occasionally. 8% said not sure. And 8% said no. So most people have noticed the pattern, which is a sign of awareness. There's some people who just have no self-awareness, Shelley saying. Awareness is everything. Illusion is not a reality, yeah. Absolutely. There's some people who just have no self-awareness at all. They're not aware of what they're doing. They have no recollection of what they're doing or why they're doing it. They're completely like, well, I've got my eyes closed now, blind. Completely blind. Non-play character kind of shit. Just numb. Completely numb. Ignorance is bliss kind of thing. Living in the illusion. Yes. Shelley. I'm going to go to open chat now, guys. If anyone wants to bring up the topic of gambling and the addictions, they can do. And we'll talk about those things. But now I'm going to go to open chat. I'm going to read all the comments. So let me just put this in here. All comments will be read out loud. Of course, the respectful ones. We're going to open chat now. Timmy has a scratch card in the pages of his books. Yes, he does. He certainly does. He's just going to go. Just getting a couple out now. I'm going to have a sip of water. It's been a lot cooler today, guys. I don't know about everyone else. Feels so much nicer, doesn't it? It's like sunny outside, but it's like 20 degrees-ish. Oh my God, it's the best it's felt all week. I've been so hot and bothered all week. I've been, what's it called? This is not always me, it's just how I felt. I've done 6 days this week, so it's a lot of hours. I've probably worked, let me think, about 55 hours I've done this week, which is a lot for me. As anyway, some people do more than that, but and it's been really hot all week, so I felt it. I think I'm a bit. I've got to be mindful of my energy, I think. Shelley saying subscribe, hit the button. Please be respectful. Thank you, Shelley. Thanks to anyone that's likes and subscribed. It really helps the channel. It's free. And if you like genuine fucking conversations, some of the and you like working on yourself, awareness, self-awareness, trying to make some fucking meaning out of life, then this is the channel for you. So just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's it, really. Thank you. I'll just pin that, Shelley. Thanks. Thank you. Gary saying 28 degrees here today. Bloody hell, Gary. That's hot, Gary. Shit. That is warm. Whereabouts are you from, Gary, if you don't mind me asking? Nice to meet you, by the way. Lee saying only 19 degrees here too. Cold for me. Too cold for you. We're never happy, are we, Lee? I like it like that. Guy saying Norfolk. Ah, nice. How's life in Norfolk? Brad, it's raining here. I walked with the dogs in it. Oh God, it was wonderful. That heat is gone, thank God. Yeah, I was. It was still there yesterday, wasn't it? I felt it yesterday late on. It was cooling down, but my apartment was really it was boiling. I just don't like it. And obviously, we're not built for it here. One, we've not got aircon, and two, the buildings are insulated, so it just absorbs all the heat and keeps it there for longer. It just intensifies. Can't get the words out. It intensifies it, doesn't it? Shelley says hi to Gary. Nice to meet you, by the way, Gary. My name is Brad. This is Timmy, my little mascot. He's Timmy the turtle. Says hi. I know he looks a bit pissed off, but he says hi anyway. He's just chilling in the background. I've gone to open chat now, guys. We'll see where the conversation goes. I've stayed on topic for a little while, but I felt like it was time to end it, so I did it. That's it. Okay, I kept on topic for 45 minutes, which is enough. Sandy saying, oh my God, I'm in heavy PMS. I noticed my kitchen cupboards look mucky and I've just squeaky cleaned them right now. You're on a cleaning mission, Sander. By the sounds of it. Powered by PMS. Okay. I'll leave you to it. At least you're doing something productive, which is positive. Don't burn out. Don't burn out, Sander. Don't do too much, I'd say. Gary says cheers. No worries, Gary. It's all good. Hi, Vince Valon. How's it going? We're just going to open chat now, Vince Valon. We were talking about gambling addiction and addiction in general. But we're just moving up. We've moved on now to open chat. But if you want to talk about those things, you can do. But how are you anyway? I hope you're okay. What's the weather like in Sweden? Has it cooled down over in Sweden as well, or is it still quite warm? Shelley says, Sandra, I did that this morning. Cleaning the shelves or whatever it is, the kitchen. Lee saying another heat wave is due in July. Apparently, I've heard that too, Lee. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes true, Lee. Shelley saying, Lee, oh no, I hope not. I'm gonna answer that comment, Sandra. I know it's silly. Raj of God says, are you bald? No, I'm not. I'm not bald. This is not bald. This is like a dreadlocks I've got. Yeah. I'm not bald, mate. This is not bald. Timmy's not bald either. Timmy says, I'm not fucking bald either. So, no. There you go. Of course I'm bald. Where's your hair? It's receded. I shave it off. It's gone. It's all gone, mate. It's okay, though. Someone saying, Shelley, I've been cleaning since bloody Friday night. Someone saying, oh, my God, I can't handle the heat wave number 2. Oh, no. No, thanks. I might just tell them to turn the sun down a bit. Shall I do that? I wish I could. Vince Van says, I'm great. How are you? The weather was a bit cooler today. We went swimming, which was nice. Oh, that sounds amazing. Was it in a lake? Was it in a lake or somewhere else, Vince Fallon? That sounds great. I'm a little bit jealous there, Vince Fallon. In a healthy way, not in a negative way. Raj of God says, it's my imagination. Yes, it is. Shelley says, Sandra, I find the heat, everything seems dusty. Yes. Oh, yeah, in the house. Yeah. Cupboards are shiny now, Sandra's saying. We're on that cleaning mission. Shelley saying hi to Hibernation or Vince Valon. You want one of them Irish, are you? This is not an Irish accent. What's wrong with Irish people? They're nice. What's he going to say? I'm English. This is an English accent. This is not an Irish accent. It sounds different. Trust me, this is not Irish at all. Raj of God, you going? You stop trolling or go away. Yes. Raj of God, you have been trolling. We know that. We know what to do. So it's all about respect on here, basically. Respect, kindness. If that's not being presented, then that is then dealt with. And then that's it. See you later. Bye. That's the way it goes, pretty much. Of course. Shelley says, Sandra, I'm the very same. I've got the dog's bedding on the line just now. The English are strong lads. The Irish act all tough, but they don't even speak their own. That's silly, isn't it? Yeah, it's time to go, I think. I've given him a little bit of a chance, but he's straight out of the block. You know what it's like. God. If I was gonna troll, right? Not that I would, because I'm not into it, right? But if I was gonna do it, I'd do it better than that. I'd be smarter about it, man. I'd be really smart. If I was gonna do it, I'd do it smarter than that. Not that I'd do it, because I don't think it's a good thing to do, man. I think it's low vibrational and bullshit, but it's just a bit dumb as well. It's like, are you bald? Like, come on, mate. Come up with something better. It's a bit disappointed in the trolling there. It's a bit wishy-washy trolling, really. It's a bit weak. Anyway, Vince Fan says, hi, Shelley. Hope you are well in the ocean. Oh, that sounds even better in the lake. I'm jealous. You're giving me ideas, though, Vince Fallon, giving me inspiration with that. Shelley's told Raj of God to do one. Yeah, we got rid. We got timed out 5 minutes, yeah. Yeah, annoying and stupid, yeah. The melt. I like that expression. I can't explain that. Lee, can you explain what the melt means? I'm not familiar with that term, if I'm honest. Means is a knobhead. It's a nice way of saying he's a knobhead. At least, yeah. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah. God. Blackburn used to go, what did he used to say? You're a weapon. A weapon. They used to say that. Slang. Weapon just means you're one of them. I shouldn't be swearing, should I? I'll stop. So just chilling now, guys. I'm relaxing a little bit. I went with the topic. Let me think about the topic. I don't know. It was okay. I don't think it's been my best topic, if I'm honest, but it's nice to try do things. I try to, with the topics, I don't want to talk about the same thing all the time. Because then it just gets boring, doesn't it? But I try to talk about things that have meaning, that are useful, but you've got to, I don't know, mix it up a bit. See you later, Sander. No worries. Shelley, do you say that too? You're a weapon. Yeah. Oh, they have that in Ireland as well. I didn't know that. Yeah. You like the topic? Oh, thanks, Shelley. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. I'll keep going. South Africa and Canada, it's 0-0 at the moment. I know you don't all like football or follow football, which is understandable, completely. But I've got it on at the side here as well. Shelley says, Sander, good night, God bless. You're having a shower or something. Just chilling now, guys. How's everyone's weekend been? Hope it's been okay. I'm freestyling now with regards to communicating. Shelley says, Brad, you've got a lot of views on one of your videos. That's brilliant. Yeah, thanks, Shelley. I got to think I've got 1,100 on it. Yeah, it was a short, wasn't it? I keep doing them every day. I see how they go. Basically, yeah. I see England won now. Everyone thinks they're going to win the World Cup. Yeah, they do lead. If I'm being honest, they probably won't. But I still betted on them. I know. They'll win the next game, Lee. I'd say against Congo. Then it's Mexico, probably, isn't it? Let's see where we go with that. Is it a big book, Shelley? Yeah, sorry, Shelley. Yeah, yeah, it's not an easy read at all. Yeah, that's a huge book. Yeah, oh my God, I've got all of his books, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I'm gonna, my mission is to do, Shelley, and I know it sounds absolutely, it's gonna take me years to do this. I'm gonna read all of them. But on Audible. I have about 15-20 minutes a day on it. That's it. So the only time I spend on it. So it's going to take me a long time. But that's my little project I've got. I hope you enjoy it. Sanders sneaked out to buy a scratch card. Yes, Lee. She sneaked out. She's got my bank card as well, mate. She's on it. She knows what to do. I'm doing a bit of a calm. It's a bit of a calm one. This one, I think, just live. It's nice and calm. It's nice and chilled. I'm trying not to, what was I going to say then? Trying not to let things bother me too much. Got sucked into shit last week at work. Got really pissed off. Got really annoyed. And then I caught myself, thought, I need to stop. I need to stop getting so annoyed at things. I just need to turn up, do my thing and go home, and that's it. It's not worth getting pissed off with. Especially, you get injustices, don't you? Things that aren't fair or right. And that's what can lead you to getting really pissed off. But people are going to do what they do. They're going to act how they act, and situations are what they are sometimes. And you think, do you know what? I'm going to turn up, get paid, and go home, and that's it. Do my job and go. And keep my inner peace. I'm working on keeping my inner peace, being less bothered by whatever bullshit's out there. And it's difficult sometimes. It really is frustrating. But it's not worth my time or my fucking energy, my precious time and my energy. I don't want to waste it on silly shit, silly nonsense, trying to protect my inner peace. Is this easy said than done? Yes, it is. Do I get it right every time? Definitely don't get it right every time. Let me know what you think about the book, by the way, Shelley. Hope you enjoy it. You want the whole collection? Yes, Shelley. Russian realism, isn't it? Tolstoy and Fyodor Dostoevsky, I think he's how it's pronounced. They were great writers in their time. Really good. Anyway, I think I've read that. What time did you finish work at? Me yesterday, I finished at like 3:30. I worked 8 till 3:30. I was doing overtime Saturday, which wasn't that bad. I've been off. I've only had this day today off today. I'm working Monday to Wednesday next week, but I'm off. I'm going to Living Festival. I'm watching Skunk Anansie and Alanis Morissette live, which will be good. I hope it should be good. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, I'm watching them live. It should be fun. I walked away from countless jobs because of that, Gary. Interesting. What? Because of all the politics and all the bullshit. What did you used to do, Gary? Or what do you do now? Lee saying, if anyone on here goes bankrupt from scratch cards, I take no responsibility. Yeah, it's all your fault, Lee. Remember that. I'm joking. Oh no, it's on a serious note. You're responsible for your own actions, your own decisions. Lee. So yes, it would not be your responsibility for other people's stupidity. Let's say. Hi, Yellow Belly. Welcome back. How's it going? Hope you're okay. Good evening to you too. We were talking about addiction before, Yellow Belly, gambling addiction, but now I've just gone to open chat. Let's go with the flow in a nutshell. Let me read this one sec. Good evening, everyone saying hello to Yellow Belly. Cool. Shirley says, I know, Brad, it doesn't make it right. I tune out folks on a wall or something, yeah. Or you just see someone be an absolute turd. They do something annoying. You're thinking, oh, fuck's sake. And then I just think to myself, I don't care. I just think I don't care. It's okay. They're just going to do what they're going to do. And I'm not going to be, I don't want to be upset by this anymore. I'm sick of being upset by this. This is making me not sleep or whatever it is. I just wanted to focus on me. That inside. I think, do you know what? I'm good. I'm golden. See you in a bit. I'm not getting upset. Makes you feel better. Makes you feel good. Don't get stressed over nonsense that doesn't really matter on the grand scheme of things a lot of the time. Anyway, I'll keep going. Anyway, Gary's saying, Gary, I'm going to bloody murder this now. My pronunciation. I'm going to pronounce it probably badly. But anyway, I'll try. Vasily Grossman is also a good read. Also, the Red Army War correspondent stationed in Ukraine. Interesting. There's another guy as well. Is it a good read? All right. It's a book. I've never heard of that. Why is it a good book, Gary? What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Yellow Belly saying hello to Shelley. It sounds very interesting. Used to be a chef for 25 years, Gary. Bloody hell. That's not an easy job. That's obviously you'll know it because you've done it. But it doesn't look, I've never done it, but I know it doesn't. It looks like a very stressful, labor-intensive job that requires a lot of skill and a lot of hours, a lot of hard work. That I'd say. I bet you're a great cook then if you've done that for 25 years. Why did you stop doing it, Gary? You don't have to answer these questions, by the way. I'm asking. I ask questions sometimes, but if you feel uncomfortable with any questions, you don't have to answer. There's no pressure. Lee saying, I think I'm bored myself of playing PlayStation 5 these days. Just sits there collecting dust. That can be addictive, can't it? I used to play on PlayStations years ago. Not PlayStation 5, but I used to love it and enjoy it. But I get addicted to it. Full stops. I think I've got an addictive personality, actually. I really have. I'm all or nothing. I really am. Which can be a strength and a weakness depending on what you're addicted to. Gary's saying, yes, Shelley is. He documented the war crimes of the Soviet Union. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Thanks for sharing, by the way, Gary. Yellow Belly saying, good evening, Brad. Addiction. Does that include cocaine? No, cocaine gets a pass, mate. That's okay. I'm joking. A long time ago now, but it was a hard one to kick, yeah. I used to, honest to God, I'd go to the pub. If it was sunny, I'd be going to the pub on a Wednesday, right? And have one beer. Start drinking a little bit and go, right, we've got to get coke. I'd have to get it every time. I'd make sure I got it as well. As stupid and as crazy as that is, every single time I had a beer, I have to get the coke. I'd have to get it. And I would move mountains to achieve that. And I would always achieve it as well. Which is not a great achievement, let's be fucking honest, but I'd achieve it. I'd go on a little mission. I'd be ringing everyone, speaking to all sorts of people, boom, 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 getting the... Obviously, it costs money. It's a hard one to kick, yes. It wasn't really a physical addiction to me. It was more of a psychological addiction and habit. But yeah, it does cover it. Yellow Belly said definitely a lot better now that heat wave has gone, Shelley. Yes. Yellow Belly, it feels so much better. Oh, loads better. Long may that continue, I'd say. Brad, talk about Atticon. I've never seen somebody vaping before. Addiction. What's addiction? Addiction or... Sorry, I've never seen so many vaping before. I'm vaping myself about a year now. I had to get one of the smokes. Vaping's a big one, isn't it? God, loads of people on that. You can end up with popcorn lung. It's obviously not good. I'm not saying that you're going to get that, but anyway, yeah, that's another addiction. Yes. And it's easy, isn't it? You can just vaping. It's just, and there's so many different colours as well, different flavours, very child friendly as well. I think that's wrong. Skittle flavour, grape flavour, fucking all these different colours, strawberry flavour, whatever it is. The vapes I'm talking about, very attractive towards children as well. I think it's bad. Each their own, of course. Shelley's writing that down, Gary. Nice. The book name that Gary mentioned, of course. Yellow Belly said Shelley's vaping is very addictive. I still smoke tobacco. I thought vaping might help me. It's not the same though, is it? I've smoked in the past and I've quit so many times and gone back so many times with the smoking. I still every now and again do it. Every now and again I do it, then I regret it the next day. But vaping's not the same as smoking. I think, to me personally, smoking cigarettes is much more pleasurable than the vapes. Not that it's healthy, but just burnt out completely, Gary. Ended up in a mental health ward. Never went back after that. It sounds awful, Gary, man. I'm sorry that you went through that. It sounds like a nervous breakdown kind of thing, maybe. Were you doing loads of hours? And sorry I'm asking you loads of questions, but that sounds awful. Sounds like a nervous breakdown kind of thing, but I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. How did you overcome that? And what was it like on the mental health ward? I'm asking you loads of questions here. It's tough. I'll always be a smoker. I'm on the tobacco oils. You'll always be a smoker. But I met someone once though, Shelley. I might have said this before. I used to work with this woman. She's a really nice woman. She's really good at her job. She's really good to work with. And she smoked. And I think she had COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. And the doctors used to tell her, you need to stop, you need to stop, you need to stop. She went, do you know what, Brad? I like doing this. I know it's causing me harm, but I'm happy. This is my one little pleasure that I have, and I'm not prepared to quit. I said, I'm okay with the consequences. It's my life, my body, and my time. And I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But if that's what's okay, you're okay with that, then that's fine. If you know what I mean. Each their own as well, I'd say. Anyway. But if you can quit, it's a good thing. Of course, as well. Depends which way you look at it. Gary's saying I was a heavy drinker until I quit the job. Was that to deal with the stress of the job, Gary? What kind of restaurants did you work in? As well, Gary, I'm sorry, I'm asking you loads of questions, mate. If you don't want to answer them, don't. I'm trying to take the pressure off there. Anyway, gonna jump off now. Gonna buy my scratch card, LOL. Only joking, no, gonna do some things in the house. Stay blessed, people. Good night. Good night, Lee. Enjoy your scratch cards, mate. I'm joking as well. Yeah. Hope you have a good week next week, mate. Jelly Belly saying, yeah, that was the same for me as well, Brad. Yeah. Yeah. You get that beer. One sip, you go, oh, I need Coke. You're like, yeah. Got to make sure you get the Coke. And then you have one beer, you get your Coke, and then you're like, yeah, we need another one. We only bought one. It's bad. It's bad. And then before you know it, 150 quid's gone, or whatever it is. It's not good. And you're up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, you got work the next day. It's brutal, Yellow Belly. And then I used to smoke as well. I drink. I only drank. I used to smoke only. Most of the time I'd smoke, it was only when I was drinking or taking XYZ. And I wouldn't smoke when I wasn't drinking. It's weird. But when I was on other substances, I'd smoke like a chimney. I'd go through 20 in no time. I used to chain smoke. I'm all or nothing type of person. Cat's eye forever. Any tips for finishing primary school? Cat's eyes forever. I can't be speaking. No disrespect. I think you're too young for here. Don't think that's okay. Sorry. I don't think that's okay. I've no disrespect to you, but I think you're too young to be on this channel. This is for adults. I'd say 16 and above, bare minimum. And this is not a place for children, really. It's just for adults speaking here. And I don't think this is relevant. I'm really sorry. Shelley saying to Gary, how are you now? Hope you're well. I hope you are better now, Gary, as well. I hope you are. Vince Fallon saying cocaine is such a harsh drug, though. I have only been around people that at worst smoke weed, which is good because that I would love cocaine. Yeah. It's and if you drink alcohol and take cocaine at the same time, I forgot the name of it, guys. It calls it the cocaine has an extended life, if you know what I mean. The effects last longer when the alcohol is mixed with the cocaine, and it's called something, and I forgot. Cocaine on its own, and there's cocaine mixed with alcohol. They interact with each other. There's a contraindication kind of thing. There's a drug interaction. The cocaine drug and the alcohol, when they're combined, it creates another drug kind of thing in your body. It metabolizes in your liver or whatever it fucking does. I don't know the full science behind it, but it changes. It's addictive though. It's that it gives you an ego kick. You start talking away. You feel energized. It's like a massive, intense dopamine hit. I think it affects the brain, of course. Of course, it affects the brain. Gives you a massive dopamine kick. That's why I feel so good and so alert. People say, "Oh, I'm sniffing coke because it makes me feel like I'm sober," but it's actually you're still drunk, but you don't realize it. But it's actually a dopamine kick that occurs. I think. I forgot what the name of the drug. I forgot what the name of it is. Cocaine and alcohol mixed together in the body. It's called something. I don't know if anyone knows the name of that, but I can't remember. Shelley saying, Lee, God bless you. Good night. Good night to Lee. Better now, cheers, Shelley, but still smoking. I was going to say, I'm glad you're better though, Gary. I'm glad you're better. I'm glad you're in a better place. I bet that couldn't have been easy. I think you've done well. I'm glad that you quit the job that was eating you alive. And they'll replace you in no time. They'll walk over your dead body in a workplace. Not literally, but they will, in a way. As soon as they know you're going, they're just going on the phone, right? Who can we get next? Need to replace him or her. Yeah. Okay. Done. That's it. We're all replaceable. Yellow Belly saying, being an introvert with Asperger's syndrome and addictive personality comes as standard. Although I've come a long way apart from smoking tobacco. I've tried to rewind my brain, but tobacco is a hard one. Wim Hof breathing might help. Have you tried Wim Hof breathing? I'm not saying that's the solution. It's a hard one, yes. Tobacco is a hard one. I used to quit, and then I would and then I'd fail miserably, and then go, right, let's try and do longer next time. I quit for a day, I kick for half a day, I'll try and do a day next time, try and extend it. It's easier said than done though. How long have you known that you've had Asperger's syndrome? So it's a form of autism, isn't it? Like, must be very intelligent. A lot of people with Asperger's syndrome, not that I'm the expert, they're generally very, very smart. I found people like that to be very smart. All in on everything. Anyway, Shelley said, when did you find out you had that, by the way, Yellow Belly, Asperger's syndrome? Shelley saying, Gary, glad that you're good now. We all need a crutch. Yeah. I don't like it as well, right? Let's say you're smoking and you choosing to smoke, and that's your choice. And then people like judging you harshly for it, or being angry at you for doing it. It's like, no, that's your life. You do what you want to do with your life. That doesn't affect me personally. That's your life, your choice. I like to think of that way anyway. Autonomy. 7 days a week, Gary, that's bloody inhumane, isn't it? You're working 7 days a week. How many hours were you doing a week? How many hours were you doing a day, Gary? That sounds brutal. Yeah, the smoking is the worst to quit, Shelley's saying. I agree with that, Brad. People can have, I don't know, Shelley, COPD, don't even smoke. But as you know, Brad, my husband never smoked, died within 3 months of lung cancer. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Shelley. That's... Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shelley. I didn't even smoke. It's crazy. Oh. It's mad how it works. Anyway, Gary's saying, it's okay, mate. I worked in high-end restaurants, Michelin level, all the way down to pubs, the whole range of the hospitality industry. Got to 38 and couldn't do it anymore. Michelin star restaurants, I bet you, the amount of stress and the amount of pressure that's on the chefs in there as well. And the hours, the late nights, the long days. I'm glad you got away from that, Gary. Are you happier now in your life? Are you happier now in your life? It's a high pressure job though. Comes at a price, doesn't it? I've got a band 7, right? Band 7 is I work in the hospital, if you don't know. Sorry if you already know this. I'm a scrub nurse, Gary. I'll speak to Gary. I'm a scrub nurse. I work in the hospital. I'm a nurse. And anyway, done it for like 5 years or whatever. Well, band 5. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go any higher because I know it's going to be more stress. It's going to be no pressure on that topic. And I was speaking to my manager, who's a band 7. She's a good person. She's really smart. She's nice. Whatever. She said, Brad, I'm not sleeping because of all the things that are going on. So I'm not sleeping. And I felt really sorry for her. I thought, shit, you're not sleeping. You must be really stressed. And the job isn't easy. She gets paid more than me, but it comes at a cost. Everyone's different anyway. There we go. That's very sad, Shelley. Yes. Sorry, Shelley. You're doing that on a regular basis, Gary's saying. Things happen. We have no control over it sometimes. No. That's true. That's true. It's true. It's true. Just life, it's mad. It really is. We've got to really appreciate now. Really appreciate the fucking fact that we're here. Appreciate the small things. It just helps us manage those type of moments, those things that we don't have any control over. Is it easy though? No, it's not. You're always dispensable, Gary's saying. Absolutely. Yellow Billy saying yes, true to Shelley. Thanks to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way, guys. I appreciate the support. If you want to support the channel, there is memberships available. I do have Discord available where the conversations and the chats will continue on Discord. Anyway, Vince Valentine saying yellow belly. If you don't mind me asking, someone in my extended family has Asperger's. He is aggressive, treats people. You okay? Okay. Yellow belly, if you don't mind me asking, someone in my extended family has Asperger's syndrome. He's aggressive, treats people bad, breaks stuff. His behaviours is accepted because of the Asperger's syndrome. Is it right? No. It's not, Vincent Balan. I used to work with autistic people. They're all different. I used to work as a teaching assistant in a college, a school. It's all the same company. And I used to work in the homes, children's homes and young adults' homes. And I used to deal with challenging behaviour. And obviously, if someone's got Asperger's syndrome, they have the ability to communicate. Some people who've got autism aren't Asperger's syndrome. They've got autism, which is very, very vague, very broad. They couldn't communicate. And if they were in pain, Vincent Balan, they didn't know, they couldn't communicate. So they couldn't tell you that they were in pain or upset. So they kick off and smash stuff up, which is probably, you can kind of like understand that a little bit more, I'd say. With someone with Asperger's syndrome, I'm speaking generally here. It's not okay if they're smashing things up. Obviously something's bothering them. I think they require support to become hopefully a bit more emotionally aware and to have boundaries in place and consequences. Like, you've just smashed everything up. Right, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to fix this. You have to suffer the consequences of this. If that never happens, you never suffer consequences. You can verbalize, you can talk, and you're just smashing stuff up. You're hurting people, and you keep doing it, and no one's telling you to stop. There's no consequences. You're going to keep doing it, and I don't think that's right personally. But does that person maybe need support? Maybe they're not happy. If someone's lashing out and smashing stuff up, there's something not right, is there? But I think, how do you deal with that? It's channeling that energy, getting them, finding out what's making them tick, what's upsetting them, how to deal with it, how to move forwards. That could mean an action plan or something like that. But you need people, if you're going to put boundaries in place with someone who's smashing stuff up, whoever's looking after that person, who are living with that person, has to be solid. They have to be solid. They can't just let them get away with it all the time, man. Anyway, I hope I've explained that the best I can, Binta Balan. I don't know the full ins and outs of that person's individual story. It's just my perspective, thinking in real time there. I don't think that behaviour should be accepted, though. That Vince Balan, that might have consequences for that individual further down the line. Because that's their normal, smashing stuff up all the time. Might pay for that later on down the line in other ways. It's like it's not to get out of jail free card. It's like, I had a bad upbringing, and it's okay for me to smash things up now. It's good. I'm good. It's like, no. I don't think so. Anyway. We are just collateral damage in the eyes of the corporation. Yeah. Corporation. Also, I find with corporations is we're all slaves, Yellow Belly, as I'm sure you're aware, in the corporation world. Because I'm one. And then people get positions, managerial positions, leadership positions. They get leadership positions, which is all good and well. But then they're just, the corporation's got a bit more of them then. Like the corporation goes, oh, you want to be the leader? We're going to give you a bit more money, a couple more pounds. We'll give you the lofty title of leader or manager. But we've got some policies we want you to administer to the team. We want you to push our agendas forwards. And those agendas and those policies that you've got to push as the leader, you're like the chief slave, let's say, and they're going to want a bit more of you pushing the corporate bullshit. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm going off on a tangent here, guys. Sorry. But we are collateral damage. Yeah, you're replaceable as fuck. Big time. No matter how good you are. You haven't tried the breathing techniques, Yellow Belly? Do it mindfully, of course. Wim Hof, W-I-M, and Hof is H-O-F. Wim Hof breathing. And there's apps, there's stuff on YouTube. Don't do it walking around. Do it sat down. You're oxygenating the body. So instead of smoking, you're breathing in and out and breathing in and out. And if you can replace the breathing in with the smoking, that might help. I'm not saying it will help. Wim Hof breathing changes the chemistry in your body to an extent, I think. I do it every morning. It feels good. You get tingles on your nose and then you can hold your breath. So you're breathing in for like 30 times and you can hold your breath so much. Like imagine if you held your breath now, you'd be struggling to get to 1 minute. If I do the Wim Hof breathing, I can get to 2.5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And it just, helps the blood to circulate around the body, basically, oxygenating the body, giving more mental clarity. And then you're also replacing the puff or the toots of the cigarette with the just natural breathing. Maybe worth a try. I'm not saying it's definitely going to work. There's a disclaimer, but maybe have a look at it. It's up to you, though, of course. Your life, of course. Gary's saying 16 hours, 8 on a Sunday. Shit. So 16 hours, imagine this, guys. 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. And then on Sunday, you're doing 8. And then you're doing that all the time. No wonder you were stressed, Gary. You were working yourself to death. That's awful. In a very stressful job as well. No wonder you were struggling, mate. That would break anyone, mate. That would break anyone. It didn't break you though completely, I don't think. I think your body probably thought, I've had enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore. You did the right thing coming away from it. I believe, anyway. That's my opinion, sorry. Shelley's saying, the breathing techniques I do a lot. Works, calms me down if I'm stressed. Yes. No Face Problem. Hi, No Face Problem. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Thanks to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Tilly says, thanks too. Anyway, you got away from that, yeah. That's another addiction, Gary, isn't it, really? I'd say maybe. I don't know if a work addiction or a routine or a habit. You just end up doing it and you get caught up in it all. Ellie's saying, Ellie from Newcastle upon Tyne. Hi, Ellie. How's it going? Hope you're okay. Hello, you're very welcome, Ellie. Shelley's saying, got to run. I gave you a sub. Gary, thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Thank you for sharing your story. I wish you well. Hope you have a good week. Thank you for subscribing. And nice to meet you. I go live on Monday evenings, Friday evenings, and Sunday evenings. 3 times a week. Between 7 and 8 p.m.-ish. The other guy saying, I was diagnosed when I had a breakdown in my 20s. My walls in my lounge at the time were covered in pieces of paper with an invention I was working on at the time. I bet you're smart as hell. I'm just imagining it. All in on something, fixated on whatever that is, and then just completely nailing it though. That's a superpower that I would say and this person with Asperger's syndrome often have. Obviously, every individual is different with this, though. Subscribe. Hit the Strictly Over 17. Yes. Thank you. Respect. Thanks, Shelley. Hi, Yorick. How's it going? I did the live, mate. We talked about addiction, gambling addiction in this live. We're now just going to open chat though, mate. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way, that you had. Shall I say, Gary, God bless you. I wish you'd come back. Come on again. You're more than welcome to, of course. Yellow Bear saying Asperger's is different for everyone. Agreed. Different for every individual. My will can be very sensitive and tunnel vision. It's very hard to communicate at times when my head is in a highway. Okay. I suppose. Sorry, I'm just giving my own perspectives here, by the way, and I don't mean to be rude or anything. But if you've got Asperger's syndrome, for example, not that I'm the expert here, I'm not. And if you're getting like aggressive and smashing things up, then maybe it's just channeling that energy in a more positive way, isn't it? Having that support and going, right, instead of getting mad, is there another coping mechanism you can do? Instead of punching the walls through, why don't you get some boxing gloves and hit that? Why don't you hit the pads? Why don't you hit I don't know whether it is, the boxing bag, whatever it is. There's lots more to that. They have a heightened sensitivity towards noises as well, I think, and things like that, causing anxiety, causing fear, causing potential anger. I'm going back to Vince Vallon a little bit there as well. Hi, Dawn Woodland. How's it going? Hope you're okay. Welcome back. God bless you. I think you're well now. Sorry, Yellow Belly. God bless you. You're well now. Thank God. You're a lovely, lovely chap. Thank you, Shelley. It's very kind of you to say. Dawn Woodland saying gambling, drinking addictions really affects those around them. I'm watching someone destroying themselves. If you're not careful, it can destroy you too. Yeah, if you're around someone who's fucking drinking all the time, taking drugs, they're gambling, they're pissing their life away, they are acting in negative, toxic manner, in a whatever it's called, in a bad way. Yes, it can hurt those around them too, which is not okay. I'm a lot more, I understand people more. Imagine someone who's smoking or whatever, but they're not doing any harm to anyone else. They're not hurting anyone else. They might be hurting themselves physically a bit by smoking, but not hurting anyone else. I think that's absolutely fine, me personally. But it's if you're doing harm to others with your addictions and other people are facing consequences for your actions, that's a different story, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah, Shelley's saying something very kind to you. Yellow Belly saying, to me, you're just a very wonderful person. You're a lovely person. Shelley says hello to Dawn. Yellow Belly says, I've had negative episodes in the past, but also very positive interactions. Fear doesn't exist for me, and love is confusing due to childhood, I am guessing. So you've had the positive and the negative there. Fear doesn't exist for me. Do you not feel fear at all? I'm just guessing here. Sorry. Love is confusing due to childhood, I'm guessing. Love itself can be confusing. Tell you what, I think it can be. Your brain works overtime processing the world around me consistently when I'm awake, and the only time I get to rest is when I get to sleep. Wow. It's just that. Wow, yeah. I bet that can be very draining, potentially. Being super smart. Analysing or whatever it is. I'm just imagining it the best I can. Yellow Belly says that's full on Gary. Yellow Belly says sends love and respect to Shelley and to Gary. I wouldn't worry about it. Just be your brilliant self. We all love you on the channel. Absolutely. Thank you. One moment. That's very kind, Shelley. Thank you. Yellow Belly saying, hit the likes, people. It's free to subscribe. Where did I get the water bottle? It's a really good one. It wasn't cheap, man. 1 second. It is. It's called Chili's. I forgot the name of them. It's called Chili's. You get them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, of course. You get Chili's. CHILLYS. honest to God, it keeps your water cut. There's loads of different ones though. You don't have to get this one, but it keeps your water cold all day. It's a 1 litre one. They have different sizes, of course. There's different colours as well. Check it out on Amazon. Just type in Chili's water bottles. Look on Amazon, and you'll see them on there. You're eating grapes and strawberries. The dog's snoring behind me. Enjoy. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, Yorick. Sorry, Yorick, I've not been on your channel for a while, mate. Sorry, dude. I've just not caught you at all. Sorry. What was you inventing, by the way? What was you creating? Yellow Belly said, if attacks took place within an establishment, that unique code could be recorded as to where these attacks were taking place. Ah, that's what you were mentioning, sorry. Unfortunately, invention never got to a point of production. Is that like a circuit board or something like that? I'm guessing here, mate. I'm guessing, Yellow Belly. It's still 0-0 for those that are interested between South Africa and Canada. You're going to get one of the water bottles. I'll get my niece to order one. Yeah, there's loads of different colours. Check them out on Amazon. Yeah. Going quiet for a moment. It's all good. Timmy says hi. He's having a little meander around, having a look around. Sweden is going to play France. Oh my God. Yes, it will be our doom. We lost the Netherlands like 5-1. Imagine playing France. Oh no, mate. Oh no, Vince Vallan. Do you know what, Vince Vallan? I hope that you win. I hope that you knock France out. But I do understand that I would be I think anyone would be worried about playing France because they're the best in the world at the moment. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Vince Vallan. I hope that they win. Shelley says, Yellow Belly, is that some kind of circuit? I ran into a burning house and saved a man from a fire. The press called me the Blaze Hero. I stopped a man a few years ago in the local town who had a knife and was trying to stab people. Wow. Wow, mate. And you were fighting against the fracking as well. I remember you telling me you were campaigning, let's call it, or whatever it is, against the fracking. You don't have fear. Ah, you've explained that so well. You are a hero. You are. Yeah. You've done amazing things there, man. That's impressive. And imagine you were the right person in the right place then. You've really helped people there. You really, really have. You're not even going to consider watching the game, Vince Vallan. Might just turn up anyway, Vince Vallan. Turn up anyway. It's up to you, though, of course. Yellow Belly said the press called me a hero. The man got 18 months in prison. Shit. You could have stopped someone getting killed there, Yellow Belly. What happened when you with the knife person? And what happened? Actually, what happened in both situations? If you don't mind answering, what happened with the fire? What was it like going into the house with the fire? I bet it was there. The fumes can be really challenging, can't they? And what was it like? What was I going to say then? What was it like? What was it? What was the interaction like with the guy with the knife? You deserve to call a hero. Yes, I'd agree. 1,000%. Anti-fracking, living on the roads, on camps from 2014, Manchester to 2018, Preston New Road, Blackpool. Shelley said I'd be afraid to do that, Jelly Belly. Yes. It's good to help people when you can, though, I believe. It's good to help people when you can, or at least try. It's a nice, calm one today. Nice, calm one, which is good. The house was fully engulfed in flames, and the man with the knife was based on probability and an empty cooking drum. What do you mean, an empty cooking drum? Based on probability. Is it G? What do you mean, is it G? I don't know. One moment, guys. I'm just doing something on the computer. Just chilling a minute. It's all good. The knife incident happened in Keighley. I've been to Keighley, West Yorkshire, and probably still online. Is it online, mate? Wow, that's interesting. I'll write it down. I'll have a look, mate. You could have been severely hurt, though. Yeah. Big time. Mike Taylor, local hero. Okay, Mike Taylor. Is that your name, Yellow Belly, Mike? Mike Taylor. Thanks, Mike. Is that your name? Sorry. Does something really good there, man. It's amazing. Top. I had a mock-up chicken curry with baked beans in it all for your dinner. My ex went out to auction room yesterday, came back with 4 bags of alcohol, filled food cupboard up with it, keeps opening the doors to look at it. No normal behaviour, is it just me? No, it's not normal behaviour to fill the whole cupboards up with alcohol and then just keep opening it and looking at it, admiring the feast that awaits, let's say, down there. It's not normal. It's not good. I would say it's extreme, isn't it? People are going to do what they're going to do, though. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about what we talk about tomorrow. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired, guys. Sorry, if I'm honest. Let me have a look here. I'm talking about. My mind's going a little bit. My memory's going a bit. And if you fall off, start again. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to keep talking now for now, of course. If you fall off, start again. If you ever fell off, if you just drop the ball, starting again. Basically, yeah. Talk about keep going. In a nutshell. That's your name, Mark. Not as excited as Yellow Belly. I'll call you whatever you want, mate. I'll call you Yellow Belly if you want. I'll call you whatever you want, mate. It's all good. Dawn, good God, you said he's your ex. Where are you living now? I hope you're not still living there, Dawn. Hope you get your own place away from that. It's not normal, no. It's not like, no, it's not. It made you feel sick. Well, yeah, it's because it's not good. That person's not going to change, though, are they, Dawn? They're just going to keep doing it. If that's what they're going to do. They've been doing it all their lives. And they're just messed up, toxic, fucked up, or whatever. They're not going to stop. They're just not going to stop. I think you know that. It's better to be away from all that. Shelley's saying, that sounds tasty. If you enjoyed it, good on you. Hi, Jordan. How are you? Hope you're okay. How's it going, Jordan? Don't say thank you, Yellow Belly. Good to see you, by the way, Jordan. Sorry, should I say sorry? Sorry, I'm a little bit tired here. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well, Jordan. Thank you, Yellow Belly. He's approaching 70. Yeah. Done. Cut. Completely cut. You can't get away. You tried. It's a long story, and I've been so ill with heat. Well, I hope things change for you in the near future, Dawn. Shelley saying, Jordan, lad, good the heat wave is gone, thank God. Yeah. God, I'm glad as well. Absolutely. Jellybear saying, LOL, Brad. I answer to anything. Yeah, no worries. I'm going to keep calling you Yellow Belly for now, mate, if that's all right. I'll just go with that, the name that's on there. That's easier for me, if I'm honest. Just the people who know, I'm nearly at 300 subs. I'm currently at 22. Good for you, mate. Keep going. Enjoy the climb. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy what you're doing. Yeah, they're saying big hugs to Don. Jordan, that's good. Fair play to you. That's nice. From Shelley. Yellow saying hello to Jordan. Paula. Hi, Paula. In bed, mate. Oh, nice and... Oh, Paula, that sounds comfortable. Enjoy. Hi, Paula. How are you? Jordan saying thank you to Yellow Belly and to Shelley. It's calmed down a lot, Dawn, where I am anyway. It's all good. I've had a busy week, me, man. The heat's been there, hasn't it? I went to Tottenham on Saturday to watch Gorillas, as I told you ages ago. It was shit, but it was a lot of driving, and it was a really busy day. And then I was off on Sunday. I had a really busy day Saturday last week. And then Sunday I was off. And then all this week I've done 6 days this week. To me, that's a lot. I've only been off one day this week, so I think my energy's affected a bit. But anyway, we carry on. And we carry on. Yeah, we carry on. Keep going. Okay, Brad, yeah. No worries, mate. We've had problems with wild boars on our farm. That sounds interesting. We've got a tip we should use yellow water to keep them away. Does anyone have any knowledge of keeping away wild boars? That is really interesting, Vince Vallant. I have no knowledge whatsoever of keeping away wild boars. I've never encountered one, and I have no advice for you whatsoever. I'm really sorry. I wish I did know, but I don't. Wild boars can be quite aggressive, I think. Not that I'm the wild boar expert, but it's interesting. Has anyone got an answer for Yellow Belly's question? Keeping away wild boars. Weather's cooler, Paula. Yes, nicer. Much better, I'd say. I thank God it's calmed down. I'd agree. Shelley saying, Vince Vallant, is yellow water piss? I'd assume so. Like a golden treat. Anyway. Vince Vallant says, yes. Yellow water is piss. To show who is boss. You're marking territory. going a bit. Marking territory there. Okay. I have a theory. My dad should apply the yellow water as he's male. Apparently, it's very effective and simple. Yes. Just have a little bit of a drink and off you go. Vince Vallant with that one. Nice to meet you too, Paula. Nice to meet you too. My name is Brad. I forgot to say, my name is Brad. My channel is called Inspirational Ambivert. I like to talk sense. I like to talk about, everyone's different, of course, with their lives, whatever, but I like to talk about psychological things. I like to talk, today I've been talking about addiction. I talk about narcissists sometimes, toxic behavior. I talk about trying to make meaning of the suffering in life, trying to pick yourself up, keep going, resilience, stoicism. And sometimes, like now, I'm just chatting now, but I like to have meaning to some of what I talk about. I like to make sense as much as I can. I don't want to speak bloody nonsense all day. I don't want to do that because that's not what I'm about. But yeah, that's what my channel's about in a nutshell. But sometimes as well, of course, I just read the comments. Like right now, I'm reading the comments and we're just chilling. So you're more than welcome here, Paula. Of course, we keep it respectful and we maintain that integrity throughout. Let people be who they are, of course, within reason. I'm Jordan saying, Brad, I've got 2 weeks off work now, so I'm going to do my own thing. I might go to nowhere, mate. That sounds good. You can do that, mate. I'm just going to nip to Norway. That sounds amazing. Do it if you can, if you want to. Yellow Belly saying, hello, Vince Vallant. I hear wolf pheromones work. Well, I can imagine them be quite hard to acquire, though, but it sounds like it'd be effective. Shelley saying, subscribe, hit the like button, keep it respectful. Always. Thank you, Shelley. Vince Vallant says, wolf pheromones. Interesting. We'll look that up. I don't. Guys, you're blowing my mind. I don't know anything about these things, but it's interesting. Leaning different. What do you mean by that, Paula? Leaning different. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. If you can elaborate, that'd be great. What's wolf pheromones? Shelley saying. Essentially, it's wolf wee-wee. Wolf pee. Yellow Belly saying he's not quite sure where you can acquire these wolf pheromones, though. From the wolf pheromone shop, of course. right next to Greg's. Usually next to Greg. Joking. Yeah. It's worth more than gold in the wild boar world, I'd say. Joking. I can imagine wild boars cause a lot of havoc. A quite intelligent animal is a pig, a boar. Intelligent animal, I'd say. Definitely intelligent. And very strong, can be very aggressive, territorial. Not that I'm an expert on these things, but I think they can be. Yeah. Can you set up traps for them, maybe? I don't know. Or you hunt them and then have nice bacon butties. Vince Allen, if he's still there, living on a farm sounds really interesting. Living in nature, probably, I'm assuming. You've got disabilities. Okay, Paula, no worries. That's okay. Thanks for sharing. That's okay. You're still you're more than welcome here, by the way, of course. Share if you want to share, but if you don't want to, you don't have to, Paula. There's no pressure on you, by the way. Shelley saying I'd be afraid to live off the grid with wild animals. Yeah, that's understandable. I think a lot of people would. I don't think that's for many people. I think you have to have a lot of skills to be able to do that too. To be able to live off the grid. Most people don't have those skills. I'm one of those people that doesn't. Paul is saying people take the piss out of me. Why do they do that? That's not very nice, is it? I'm sorry to hear that, Paula. I'm going to keep an eye on the score. Let's have a look. So, yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be talking about why we keep... No, I'm talking about if you fall off, keep going. Start again. If you drop the ball, you pick it back up. That's what we'll talk about tomorrow. No one will take your piss out of you on here, Paula. They won't. And they won't be allowed to. No. No one's going to do that. No. I did have something to eat, Shelley. I think I'm a bit tired, to be honest, Shelley. I have, I'm going to say then, I've worked all week and it takes its toll. And that's that. Yeah. I did have something to eat, yes. I've eaten. Thank you. I have. Oh, 84 degrees in heat indoors, can barely breathe. Sorry, Dawn, that must be really uncomfortable. Keep going. Paula, you're very welcome here. No one will do that. No, they won't. Paula, they won't. Anyone attacks anyone on here, it's an attack on me as well. I see it as that. I really do. Not that that's happening now, of course. We're calming down here now. It's nice, calm, and chilled, and slow, and that's okay sometimes. It's okay to slow down. Just check the thermostat. That sounds really hot. Paul saying hi to Shelley. Don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. I'm just calming myself down a bit, slowing myself down, being a bit still, being present, being calm. You're from Flixton. Never heard of Flixton, Paula. Where's Flixton? It's good to learn to be comfortable with silence. Yeah, Vince Fallon. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. That is the way. Very spiritual, isn't it? It's good to be okay with the silence too. I'm calming down a bit right now. I agree, Brad Paul, you sound like a lovely person. Instead of saying yes, 1000%. Don't overdo it, Brad. If you want to cut the stream early, we will all understand. Oh, that's very kind, Yellow Belly. You're a really kind person. And I appreciate that. Thanks. I do. Oh, God, I do burn out. I do burn out. I'm a doer. And there's times when I do burn out, but I'll be okay. But thanks for that. It's kind of you to say. It is good silence. Yeah, it is. It's good to just take that pressure away and just be still. Takes the weight off your shoulders, kind of thinking. It's like a greenhouse, lots of glass. Oh, it sounds awful, Dawn. Really hot. Big fan saying, imagine you're the type of person that you're so focused on helping others that you sometimes forget yourself. Yep, I do. Yeah, sometimes. I do recognise though when I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done, I'm burnt out, and I need me time, and I recognise that, Vince Fallon, but I do forget about myself sometimes. Yeah, I do, and I know other people on here probably like that too. Yeah, definitely. It's important to look after ourselves as well, though, isn't it? You won't even put blinds up, Dawn, saying, Dawn, you sound like you're in a really repetitive, terrible situation. And I hope you just find a way to move away from that. But that's your choice. I don't know. I don't know if it's your choice or not. It doesn't sound good. I'm sorry. Wish I could help you more. Open all the windows. Have you not got a fan? Vince Fallon says, we are the agreeable chat here. Everyone is a softie here. Soft but strong, mate. Soft but strong. Soft and strong, I like to think. It's okay to disagree sometimes too. You don't always have to agree. Can't agree with people all the time, in my opinion. And some people think, oh, you don't agree with me, so you don't. I don't like you because you don't agree with me. And that's not all. That's not all. I don't think that's right. Everyone has different likes and dislikes, don't they? And that's okay. Different choices, and that's okay too. I like to think of it like that anyway. Don't love, open those windows and let the heat out. Yes. Thank you for being there. I told him. He just shrugged his shoulders. Okay. Vince Fallon, you're dead right. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, nearly a goal. I'm just watching the football slightly. Paula says hi to Dawn. Vince Fallon is absolutely right. We're all good eggs. Yeah, that's the way forwards. Good egg. What's that off? Moneyball. Remember Moneyball? Brad Pitt saying it's that. Moneyball. He says that. Good egg. Strong, soft but strong. Yeah, absolutely. No affecting at all. The windows are open. One moment, guys. I'm just chilling a bit now. Sometimes, obviously, I speak very energetically and I try to be blah, 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 but I like to chill as well. Once you have love in your heart, yeah, it's recognizing it, being aware of it, and being still with it, I suppose. Coffee time, Yellow Belly, at this time, lad. Bloody hell, I couldn't do it. I won't be able to sleep. Yellow Belly. I love coffee though. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely, I love it. I have 3 a day, and that's it. Because I know if I start having 4 a day, I'll have to have 4 every day. I'm back to addiction. I'm addicted to coffee, but I couldn't have it now. Can you sleep on coffee, Yellow Belly? Is the question. If you to have it now, Shelley saying I couldn't do it. Done. Shelley loves coffee too. Paul saying hi to Yellow Belly. Do you take sugar and milk, Dawn? I sometimes fast and I have espresso, no milk, no sugar, and then sometimes I have cappuccino. I love cappuccino. When I'm fasting, I have espresso and water, and I don't eat and drink all day at work. I just have coffee, and I feel good. So I skip a meal. It's very, very hard, Dawn saying. It sounds it, Dawn. Dawn saying it's very, very hard to watch Shelley. It sounds horrendous, Dawn. I'm really sorry. That's all I can say to you, really, at the moment. I hope that you come away from that at some point. Don't say I don't take sugar. No, I don't. I used to. I used to have 2 sugars in tea and milk, tea and coffee, but not now. I have 0. Brad, I often get out of bed at 3 in the morning to make a coffee and vape. I know it's shocking. Yeah, that's a bad habit, Shelley. It's a bad habit. But if that's what you do, that's what you do. Well, you're not gonna sleep then, are you, Shelley? You're not gonna sleep then, are you? After that, you can get into habits. Your body just wakes up and expects it. I'm assuming sometimes. Yellow Belly's making us a virtual brew. Timmy is interested in the virtual digital brews that we're dishing out now. Says yes. He says he wants a double espresso. Double espresso for Timmy, please. With 9 sugars in. He wants 9 sugars. I used to work with someone. I am not joking. She's a really nice lady. I used to work with her in one of the homes, children's homes that I used to work in. And she used to have, I think she has 8 sugars in her tea. And she'd have loads. And I not mean like one. She'd be drinking these tea and coffees all day, 8 sugars in. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. Crazy. She was not healthy, let's say that much. Paula saying make friends. More than welcome here, Paula. I've stopped with the milk. It tastes the same too, not to have it. If you get used to it, not to have it. Yeah, you get used to it. I'm okay with black coffee, actually, Vince Vallon. But I do like cappuccino. I do like the milk in it as well. I do prefer the taste with the milk in it. Vince Vallon saying coffee is my last addiction. I'm keeping it. I'm with you on that. I don't drink much either. I really don't drink much now. I used to, but not now. Every now and again. Americano, all the way. Yeah. Yeah, but I say when I'm off work, I drink up to 10 mugs a day. Wow, that's a lot, mate. But yeah, sleep very well, and coffee has very little effect on me. Oh, well, you're good then. You're good. You're good, mate. Enjoy. And some people are like that. I could be, but some people are. Brad, to be honest, I was sleep an average of 5 hours. Does that work for you, though? Is the question. If it works for you, it's good. Yeah, basically, I guess coffee has an opposite effect on me and slows my brain down with the Asperger's. Wow. I suppose it's like is it Ritalin? ADHD and Ritalin. It's like kind of think it's like linked to an amphetamine and it has a similar effect. Not that I'm explaining that well. It slows your brain down. That's mad, isn't it? It's mad how it's wired up different. Every individual yellow belly, in my opinion, is wired up differently though. We're all different, complex as humans individually. Interesting though that it slows you down, mate. Well, if that works for you, then good. More power to you, I'd say. Where do I live, mate? I live in Lancashire, northwest England. Where do you live, Paul? Where do you come from? 8 Sugars, Dawn Woodland, yeah. I used to work with her. She was not healthy. She was lovely though. She's really good at her job as well. She's really good to work with, but she just that's what she did. Yeah, I was saying, Shelley, that is early, 3 in the morning. God, yeah. Shelley said, "Sugars, God, I'd be dead. Me being a diabetic. Oh, how long do you have diabetes for, Shelley?" My dad's got diabetes, by the way. Yeah. The other way says Timmy looks like he likes it strong. Yeah, says he doesn't. He says he doesn't fuck about. He likes double espresso, 10 sugars. Then he's wired. Then he's wired. He's good to go. Yeah, I'm up at the crack of dawn. Nice and calm in the morning, though, isn't it? Timmy's overloaded. Yeah, he is. Jesse, you're funny. Paul said, "Can be friends." Of course you can. You're more than welcome here, Paula. You're more than welcome here. It's still 0-0, guys, for South Africa and Canada. Thanks to anyone that's liked and subscribed. Thank you for the support. You have a type 1, insulin dependent then, I'm assuming. Wow. You just get on with it. You just live with it. That's quite challenging, Shelley. Type 1 then, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but they said, "Paul, you have friends on here and we'll have Brad in charge and he will stand no nonsense or bullying." No. There's no bullying. There's enough of that in the world, but not on here. Not on here. Shelley saying, "Well said." Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to go until 10 o'clock, guys. I'm going to go for another 14 minutes and then I'll call it a day, okay? I'm going to be going live tomorrow. In a nutshell, I'm going to be talking about when you fail, when you drop the ball. It's all about keeping going and trying again. When things don't quite out the way that you want them to, things mess up a little bit. You feel a bit down, feel a bit sad, feel a bit defeated, feel a bit fed up, feel like what's the point? What's the point even trying? It's about recognizing that and then just keep going. That's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, loosely based. Yeah, that'll be from 8 p.m. But for now, we're just talking through this for now. Paul, you have friends here, and we'll. Oh yeah, I've read that. And tablets too, Brad. It keeps me alive. Yeah. Is it metformin? the medication or one of the medications, I'm guessing. Good night, speak soon, Paul saying. Good night, Paula. Nice to meet you. Look after yourself. And don't take any shit off people. I'd say that. Be nice, but don't take any shit. That sounds interesting, Brad. Yeah, I think it's relevant. I think it's something that's relatable and something that's most people can relate to, should I say. Some things in life are very simple. Some things in life are very, 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 very bloody simple, and they don't require much logic. But there's something that we battle with all our lives, wisdoms and things like that. Anyway, this match looks like it's going to go to penalties and extra time. I like simplicity, Vince Fallon. I agree, and that in itself will be an example of simplicity. Keeping things simple, not taking things personally, not complicating things. That's something that's obviously it's simple, but it's something that we've got to constantly remind ourselves of. And I like talking about things like that too sometimes. What's simplicity to you, Vince Fallon? What's simplicity to everybody else? What are the benefits of simplicity? More people, more problems sometimes. You've got a problem and you share it with 10 different people or 20 different people. And what sometimes metformin, I thought so, Shelley, sorry. Wow, 8.5 or milligrams there. Yeah, it's what you take on a daily. Sometimes, yeah, you get more people involved in things and they make things more complicated. Like, you think this, they think that. The other person over there doesn't agree with anyone. They've got their own way of doing it and they think it's this, that, the other. And it's like, oh, it's getting complicated now. And it's like, and it's about you personally. It's like, what do I do next? And people are telling you what you need to do and this, that, the other. They're telling you their stories, which can be helpful sometimes, don't get me wrong, but it just can complicate things. People can complicate things sometimes, and sometimes it's just listening to yourself, listening to your emotional guidance system and going, okay, I'm just going to do this. That's what's right for me. Keeping it simple. Overthinking stuff too, Vince Fallon. Overthinking it, yeah. Overanalyze and overanalysis can paralyze sometimes. It can start to cause procrastination. You're overthinking something that just requires a simple yes or no sometimes. I'm guilty of that. Overthinking what people think, overthinking what you think people think. You're assuming, aren't you? And then obviously you're tired, so you can assume the worst, and you're thinking about it all day long. And really, this person's not even thinking about what you're thinking about. They don't even care about what you're thinking about, and that's not overthinking. It's just a waste of energy as well. Into balance, so keeping things simple. I love that. I love that. Just nice and straightforward. No drama, no bullshit. Yeah. Vince Fan says yes. Sharing stuff can make them complex sometimes. And if you fail, everyone knows it. Better to keep it quiet, keep it simple. Like you're hearing me speak, right? You're getting to know me, really are, right? Honestly. And most people don't. I can't always have these types of conversations like this with a lot of people. They're just not open to it. Anyway, I've gone for the tangent there, Anna. I think I've just lost my train of thought. But anyway, sharing stuff can make things complex sometimes. Sometimes it's good to share stuff. Some people can help you sometimes potentially if it's with the right person. But oversharing can be. Oh, they've scored! Wow, Canada have scored. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, 1-0. Sorry, I've got off a tangent there, haven't I? If you fail, everyone knows it. Yeah. If you fail, everyone's gonna bloody know it, and they're gonna, I told you so, or whatever it is. Better to be quiet and keep it simple. Yeah. Relying on your own counsel. Sandra saying, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm bloody cold. It feels better than the warm though, Sandra. Oh my God, I appreciate it. I really, really do. Shelley says, good night to Paul. Come again. Yes, please do. You're the biggest for overthinking, Shelley. Yeah, I'm guilty of it too. You replay it in your head, don't you? I've done it. Try not to do it. It's all easier said than done, though. Simplicity doesn't exist for Yellow Belly. Does it not work for you? The way the mind works, of course. Sandy, you could be coming down with something with the change of the weather. Yeah, do you know what? I'm feeling a bit off as well. The weather in it takes its toll. The body's reaction to it, Shelley. You could be onto something there. Vince Fallon saying the backside of simplicity can be lack of depth. Could you still have the depth though? And keep things simple as well at the same time. Being still, being present, being calm, not overthinking is great though. Being at the present moment and appreciating it is great. So powerful. And so calming as well. I think my life's work is becoming more high vibrational. I really believe in that. Coming away from this low vibrational, ego-driven shit. Becoming more 5-dimensional, less 3-dimensional. Coming away from fear more, coming away from anger more, coming away from toxic ego more, coming more open-minded, becoming more at peace, having more courage. I'm thinking of going towards more that way than the other way, which is 3-dimensional thinking, ego-driven, kind of narcissistic kind of behaviors that a lot of the world operates on. And that's what my channel's about as well, really. I'm about that. It's coming away from it. Don't want it anymore. I've been around that for too long. And I'll dip back into it sometimes. I get scared sometimes. I get down. I get fearful. We all do. I'm trying to just move towards more love, to more hope, to more peace, to more enlightenment, or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter what you want to call it. Yeah, that's the way. That's the fucking way, man. Anyway. Shit. Sorry. Anyway, let's keep going. Shelley, just sat next to the balcony open door and my hair is wet and it's now 13 degrees outside. Well, one extreme to the other, Sandra. Be careful. Don't stay there for too long like that, I would say. Looks like Canada are going through. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to watch the end of this match in a few seconds to go. They need to cross that ball in. Sorry, not. Here we go. Let's see. Not good enough. I think it's done. Anyway, don't be at the balcony with wet hair, Shelley's saying. I'm going to go dry your hole. I'm really cold. Please do start tampering. Deep people seem to have a bigger problem reaching simplicity. Why? Because it's linked to overthinking, would you say? I think it's achievable. I think you still be deep and try. I think it's to at least some extent. If you calm your nervous system down, It's interesting that, Vince Fallon. You're making me think there. You're making me think, which is a really good thing. Thanks for just bringing that up. It's just making me think. Not that I have all the answers right now. Why do you think they have is it because they're overthinking, overanalyzing, deep thinking? Yeah. Linked to the overthinking then, isn't it? Why deep people would be struggle with simplicity or reaching simplicity. Shelley saying, Sander, have a nice hot drink, dry hair. If you're not, you'll get sick. It's very kind of you to say, Shelley. Brad, do you feel like you have more confidence? Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%, mate. Oh my God, I used to have such a lack of confidence in my life. I still go there sometimes. Let's be honest. Still have moments where I'm not so sure or whatever. But I'm a much more confident person now than I ever have been. Really, I wouldn't be doing this right now, exposing myself in this way, speaking in this way if I wasn't. So yeah, definitely. I give less of a shit what people think. Much less. Time's it now. It's nearly 10. I'm going to be going in a moment. Right, beautiful people with hearts of gold. I look forward to being in your presence once again very soon. Sleep soft and sweet dreams. Night, night. Thank you, Yellowbelly, for you just being an amazing, kind person. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. And hope you have a good night's sleep. And I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good week work next week. Have a good night, Yellowbelly. Vince Fallon saying depth of feelings often linked to being neurotic. Oh, I can really resonate with being neurotic. I can really resonate with that. Neurotic people tend to overthink and worry about problems. Depth comes at a price a lot of the time. That's very interesting. It's very interesting, and you're giving me ideas here, Vince Fallon. Let's say overcoming. I'm just writing it down. What was I going to say then? You're way too neurotic. I am like that naturally. Into Valorant, I think I'm just naturally like that. I'd assume that you will be too. Assume is the word I'll go with because I can't speak for you. But yeah, I would. I can definitely understand that. By the way, Brad. Sorry, I am too, Brad. Have to thank your channel for that, and Sander's words of wisdom. Oh, it's okay, Shelley. Thanks to you as well. Thanks to all of you, really. It's not just myself. Obviously, I'm the one that's speaking on here, but it's you guys as well that make this work, really. Sharing all your stories and your wisdom as well. So it's a collective consciousness, really. I like to see it that way, anyway. But thank you. Back to you, all the way. Brad and all on the chat, thanks so much for being here. I'm in tears. Oh, I'm sorry that you're in tears. Sending hugs towards Dawn. Sending hugs towards Dawn. Trying to stop myself often. Yeah, lifelong battle probably, Vince Fallon, by the sounds of it. You're giving me an idea though, thank you. I might just cover being neurotic and deep thinking and the benefits and the doubts of it and how to try and manage that. It's interesting and useful. I'd like to think for some people that Vince Fallon. So you've just given me an idea. Lifelong battle. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah. And it's not just going to go away. You know, I can't say, just stop overthinking, mate. All right, just stop. Yeah, just stop it. Like, it doesn't work like that, does it? I wish it did, but it just doesn't. It's just the way the mind works. That's a really good idea for a live. I'm doing that next Sunday. Next Sunday, that. Yeah. You're giving me an idea, which is amazing. So thanks. Depth comes at a price. I'd agree with that, Shelley's saying. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. It's been more of a chilled one today, but it's been nice. It's been pleasant. It's been lovely to speak with you all again, of course. Hope that you're all okay. I hope you all sleep well. I hope you have a decent week next week, whatever it is you're doing. And yes, Vince Vallon, it will be an interesting and useful topic, and we're going to speak about that next Sunday. I'll have to think of some titles and some. I always do. I write down notes and I bullet point things to break down the live. So I'll have bullet points and then I'll try and add my own take onto those. So I'll create a kind of like a bullet point script that I have in relation to that topic, but I think it'll be interesting and useful. So it's a great idea. Maybe write the book, Dawn. Go for it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Wipe your tears away, Dawn, if you can. Get some rest. Hope it cools down soon for you as well. Thank you for your time, guys, again. Thank you for all your support. And God bless to you too, Shelley, and everyone else. Have a nice night's sleep. Keep being your best self. Keep being a kind, strong person, but don't take any shit. You know the story. You know the script. So anyway, I'll go. Thanks for your time. Good night. God bless. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. I'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Good night, Fear Oryx Echo Gaming. Good night, mate. I'm just singing you now. Sleep well. That's it. Thank you.